Alright, I'm going to show how to measure a lawn on Yardbook, the website for landscapers. Alright, I'm going to jump right into it. Let's see. You go to your Google Chrome, actually, and you have to go to Yardbook, and you obviously have to sign in and all that, you know, make an account and everything like that. But here's where you'll get to once you actually have an account and you have all your customers in there and everything. You go to site map right here where I just clicked. Then they have an option to right here where it says estimates. You go to lot measurements. It's actually a new I guess category. Click it, and if you want to add a new property that you want to measure, you just go down to add. The map will pop up, and just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to type in a random address. Let's just make up something real quick. 3994 Lee Mooresville Heights, Ohio 28. Then once you type the address in, as you can see all this stuff here, you go to this address. So it went to this address, but okay, this is not a real address, obviously, so I'm gonna put two fingers on here and just move around a little bit and just pick one that I'm just gonna pick out real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do this house right here. So what you do is you just tap your finger on the borders where you want to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the front yard. Alright, so if you mess up, and right here is where they tell you the area size, square feet right there. So this is a great tool if you want to use this for like mulch, or if you just want to measure the yards just to know how much you should be charging for them. Right here is the length in feet and yards, how much mulch you might need, and the depth of it. If you want to clear the last marker that you just put down, you tap that and the last marker will go away. If you want to just clear the map and start all over again, hit clear map, start all over again. And you just use two fingers and squeeze to drag it in and out. And you also need two fingers to move it around. Okay, so what I like to do is, real quick, I'll show you. I like to have my Google Maps up. So let's just say, for instance, this is the property. I typed it in up at the top right there. And now I'm going to press the little square icon that shows a little circle on it and bring me right down to that property. This is on Google Maps right here. The app called Google Maps. See, now I could look at this yard and see how it actually looks. So when I drag those markers, it's not too much guessing. I got a pretty good idea, a really good idea how big that property is just by looking right here. And if I want to see the backyard, I'll go back and I'll tap this diamond looking thing, little button right here at the top right. Tap that and I'll hit satellite. See, now I could scroll down and I could look, just get a general idea how big the backyard is. Just general. It's not going to be perfect. See, a lot of these trees be in people's backyards, and it's not going to always be perfect, but you could get a general idea of where the garage is and where the driveway is. I also tap that again, go back to default, and you could just get a general. Some of these have the actual garages on there, so you could just kind of play around with it and just get a good guess of where that turf is, because you're just measuring the turf anyway. All right, I'm gonna go back out and go back to Google Chrome where I have yardbook.com pulled up. So let's just say, for instance, that was that house. I'm gonna measure it out. I'm not gonna get all into do it perfectly because it's not that serious, just for demonstration. But you know, this is how I would do it. And then what I like to do is, once I got the front yard measured, I go to my little memo on my phone, and I'll just make a little memo. Let's see how big that is. Let's just say that's 1781 square feet. All right. I'll just write that down real quick. 1781. And then I'll go back, clear this out, clear the map out, and then I'll go do the backyard. And that's 1265. So I'll go back to my memo. Then what I'll do is go on my calculator on my phone. I'm not going to pull my calculator up, obviously, but I'll go pull my calculator up and I'll add those two up. But let's just say, for argument's sake, this is 2,000 square feet. All right, this is 2,000 square feet. I added both of those up, so the turf on this yard is 2,000 square feet. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to that customer. Just for argument's sake, this is not the customer. I'm just gonna pick a random person, but I'll go to that particular customer whose yard that was. I'll go there, then I'll hit the property button. See now, and then lawn size, I like to just sometimes keep track of how big a particular customer's yard is. I'll tap yard size, I put 2,000 square feet. Click off of it. It's saved. Well, it didn't save. You go all the way down, and I think it saved automatically if I'm not mistaken, but there it is right there. So now if I want to go back into this customer's property and see how big that property is, there it is right there. If you wasn't doing the turf size, but you was doing mulch on that property, you could click it right here. That way you could keep track of how big the turf is, or the mulch, or the flower bed is on that particular yard. You keep it right there, and you can also keep right there how much that particular yard is going to cost, or how much mulch that is. So if you ever have to go back and do that property again, you have that information right there under that customer's information. All right, so that's pretty much my way of measuring. It's not down to the square feet that, let's just say, a measuring wheel would be able to do. But this right here, this lot measurement tool on Yardbook's website, it just makes the job a lot easier. It makes the job a lot easier where I could actually measure a yard without even leaving out my house. And I get pretty close because I use the Google Maps to kind of just take a peek at the yard through the satellite and be able to measure it without even having to be there. So if this was helpful, hit the like button. I know it's not going to get you down to the inch, but it's going to get you real close. If you price things in a certain square feet of a yard, for instance, if you charge $30 to do 2,000 square feet to 3,000 square feet, then you'll be able to get pretty close and call that customer back promptly and get them a price without even having to necessarily go over there. So if this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot of lawn care videos. It's cold right now, but I'll be doing a lot more in the spring. And I will be doing more commentary videos all winter. So go ahead and subscribe. I'm Kevin with Quality Lawn Care. Peace.